try to beat you by saying, "Oh, you weren't there." You know, that really sucks. You know? Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. It sucks. You know, you hear it all the time, and then you wonder, are the ads that they throw on TV real or is it just some scam? But when you know somebody that's involved in it, you kind of start to realize that it's real. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, 'cause you're dealing with it and it's real. You know, it's not something that your mind is just saying, okay, I had this, so therefore I am like this. It's a real thing. So, yeah, right, 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 exactly, right. Yeah, prove that you were there. Prove that you were on that ship hiding behind that island that our own people were going to blow you up on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right, right, special ops. So this here way, oh, where was he? Yeah, right. So, yeah. Well, I believe, if I remember right, didn't you take some pictures or something? Yeah, 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 okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You were talking about that. Yeah. Yeah, right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah. All right. Well, listen, I just wanted to check base on that board to make sure that I could tie them up together or if I would have to switch one or not. But, yeah. Yeah, I'll just tie them both up. Well, I think it was number 18 amp, if I remember right. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Well, listen. Like I say, you want to kill time. I'm going to start to tie all the wires up together once I get this all in. So today, I'm going to try to get the top on it, and then I can start working on that module for the voice. And then it's about ready to try. So I'm hoping, within the Monday or Tuesday, this thing will possibly be out of here. That's what I'm trying for. So, but or at least whatever, next week. Let's put it that way. Let's hope that we can get it out, or I can get it out of here for next week. And like I say, if you want to come over and screw around with that voice module while I'm doing the rest of it, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. If you want to do it, fine. If you don't want to do it, you know, yeah. I mean, if it keeps you active, it gives you something to do. I can keep you busy. Okay, so in other words, this here way they're not going to blink back and forth like they were. Yeah. And okay. All right. Well, we can do that through the top through this board, I believe, because we're going to have both. Oh no, because we got to put it on one of the servos, not both. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. All right. You got it. All right, Ray. Well, say hi to Tara. Take it easy. Relax. Whatever it is you're doing, go do it. Okay. You want to pull out of it? Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? You can still be involved with the net. I'll be right there, babe. So, yeah. Yeah, but it'll take away some of the responsibilities and the workload. You got enough going. So why would you want to continue with that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you're going to have to let him know what he has to do with the with the flotilla in order to get elected into that position. You know? Okay. Alright, I'll check that. I'll check that today. Alright, well, when it comes time for coffee, whenever you want to meet up for coffee with him or something, let me know. You got it. Catch you later. Alright, bye-bye. Bye, Tara. Let me go help the wife. Okay. So, anyway, I was talking to Ray, as you know. This is the input side. Because I was trying to figure out the board that he built. If we both built the same board, why would I have to try to get this in here? And then he had told me that, no, the one that he built is just a pulse, meaning, and the control will control that, meaning how fast or how slow the eyes are going to open and close. That's what that's all about. Okay, so let me see. Will that be fine there? Yes, it will. So let me get a little piece of rubber and put underneath that. No, it doesn't even have to be rubber. It's styrofoam. But let me see. I know I got a little piece of rubber somewhere. Oh, I know what I got. Keep running into the two jumper test leads that are hanging. They're not in the way, but when I walk by them sometimes, and because they make a noise when they hit one another, I'm thinking they fall on the floor. But they're not. Okay, I need something pointy. Did I get that? Oh, almost had it. This is that double-sided, rubbery, clear type, sticky tape stuff. I still have some on the old roll, but I did order more, because it does take a while for it to come in. Ray's been getting a runaround from the VA, basically the government. Yeah. And they finally admitted as to where he was, and that he was allergic, or not allergic, but he was in contact with largest amount of orange. That's when I said it sucks when your own government wants to screw you for putting your life on the line. Yeah, he was on a sub chaser. And not only was they on the sub chaser, but they were also laying lines to track the subs. So they were laying lines on the bottom of the ocean. You know, we're talking miles and miles and miles of lines. You know, in certain locations to see where subs may or may not be passing. And at one point, they had gotten ordered to hide up behind this island. And on the other side of the island, apparently somebody was there, you know, blowing things up and everything, but they didn't want them to get caught because their mission was kind of like high priority, so they didn't want them to act on anything that was going on over there, so to hide behind the island. And they said, if they are noticed or recognized as being there, that they would be blown out of the water by their own men, by their own people. So the ship he was on was that hot at that point. And then, like I said, you know, I've seen him getting worse mainly over the last 4 or 5 years. He wasn't too bad, but let's put it this way, you never really would have noticed. He was able to sit there and hold a conversation with you, and every now and then, you know, he would walk away and, you know, then he'd come back. But now, I mean, so now they're trying to treat him, because they've tried everything. They've tried everything. And now they're trying to treat him in a way that they would treat people with seizures. Because, you know, what he's having is almost like a seizure. And when they treat you for that, they apparently, I don't know for sure, but they treat you in a way to how to handle it, how to deal with it, what to do, you know, that type of thing. And so they're going to start treating him for that. Okay, so I need, these two are going to come out of here. And these two have to be really secured. Really secured. Now he's my FSO CM. So he reports to me on anything with radio. Okay, so this is the out. So this one, if that's the in, this is the out. So where the fuck's this one go? I had it hooked up once before. Oh, okay. Hello. Too many wires. There we go. These two go together. So I'm going to move this up. Actually, I'm going to take this off. I'll make a new one. Okay. So we don't need this wire here. Let me take some of this off. There. You know where I did my coffee? If I even brought my coffee out here? No, hold on a minute. Did you hear that shit? Scientists are now talking about figuring out a way of eliminating a lot of dust on the moon so they can start a life cycle up there, a colony. But the way they want to do it is they want to microwave the moon. You're going to start fucking with our survival because you want to try to start a colony up there. Put the colony in a fucking bubble and figure it out while you're up microwave the moon? I don't know. I mean, do they not? They must know, but they probably don't, because they're so up on, trying to invent something and, be the moon microwaver, that they don't give a shit. They kind of look right by the consequences. The moon has a lot to do with us, because our body is mostly water. And the tides, so if they screw up with the moon, how's that going to affect everything? So you're going to screw up the moon and wreck the earth on a possibility that it may work to start living or life on the moon. However, that's going to take years to build, to get started up there, because of the money involved to send things to the moon. Then they said, well, it's going to cost a lot of money to send things to the moon to do what has to be done, like to build a landing port, for instance, so it doesn't kick up a lot of dust. Oh, it's getting windy and cold out there again today. It was really nice for 2 days, up in the 80s, and now it's dropping again. But what do you think it's going to cost to start building up there for people to live up there as you experiment up there? So if you're going to spend money, get it done so you can live up there and experiment up there while you're up there. No, let's nuke the moon. Microwave the moon. Let's stop it. Next thing you know, it'll end up blowing out of the sky. We'll have no more tides. What's our bodies going to react to that if there's no way that the moon is going to cycle us and our water content? They never think about the what ifs. I think maybe we should slow down on the population by cutting back a little bit on birth controls. Yeah, I know, but we're killing babies left and right anyway. So let's prevent it from even happening by taking birth control, or mandatory condoms. I mean, come on. Or get fixed. However, that's kind of permanent. But for a lot of these dogs out there that all they want to do is pop, pop, pop and nail out little kids. Look at that guy on, what is it there, where they come out in costume and sing. And the guy that runs or co-host or whatever, the host, he's got something like 11 kids, and by all different women, and he's still having another one on the way. Stop it. I don't care if you think you got the money or not. The dollar is collapsing, so your money's not going to be much to anybody. You want to have kids, that's fine. Well, let's make it some type of a hold. Let's put a freeze on it for a while to where you can only have one or two. No, oh, we don't want to do that. I don't want to, I'm going to do it this way. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put these together on one end. What I mean by that is, I'm going to put a butt connector on just one end, like I did here. This here way, if we needed the other end, it's there for us, but it'll take up less room because I won't have wires going this way, so I'm only going to need that much room. So this will actually work better. And I can use, well, I don't want to use those. Let me get, see what I have over here. I thought I had, I mean, think about this. Now that's an IC, but look at the other side. Do you see those little black specks? Like there's one over here between those two copper, or those two silver leads, those solder joints. There's a little black speck there, another little black speck there. I don't know if you can see them or not, all those little black specks. One of them is bigger than the others, but still, even that one's small. They have machines the size of this room putting that shit together. And what about the machines that are making them? Now, I know we have a lot of smart people in this world, but no. No, 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 no. I think that bit with, what was it, Roosevelt? That supposedly had a sit-down powwow with the aliens. That's starting to look better and better. Alright, so I'm going to put this on this end only. So I don't have to worry about what's coming out the other side and getting caught like wire. I'll do the same thing with this one. Now there's an invention for you, if there isn't one out there already. A double-sided butt connector. So you can put a hot and a ground on the same one, but it won't short out because there will be a separator of some sort between them. This way I could have got away with one, connected them together, not have to worry about it. Okay, so this box seems to be doing okay. The only thing I may have to do is, let me unplug this here and hang it up for now. I mean, that's close, but it works. Alright. I'm going to let some of that sit for a few minutes, because then I got to poke everything together. And I got to get this one out of here. So anyway, Terry first, Ray's wife, she answered the phone, and she was saying how this is driving Terry crazy. And I can understand that, for sure. And because she said, it seems like every time you're doing something over there, something else screws up, and we have nothing to go by. You know, and that's kind of it. Plus, we don't stay on it 8 hours a day. And then it's a lot of trial and error. You know, if the budget was there, and even if it was, would they want to waste it? You follow me? Because it's nice. It's a mascot. But thousands of dollars to repair it, it's a little much. $12,600 to buy it was crazy to start with. The government bought them. I think they bought 20 of them or 21 of them or something. That's a lot of money. Why? You know? Poof. But anyway, if I was able to just buy a new motherboard you know, and buy a new remote and buy a new transmitter, you know, and receiver, you know, $6,000-7,000 later, and a week, it'd be done. But everything has to be redone, has to be built. Before you build it, you gotta make a proto. You gotta make sure it's going to work, because you don't want to blow up something else. And that's what takes the time. I mean, it seems like a long time, and it is. Definitely. Okay, so let me get that out of there. Is that a flathead? I think it is. I think it is, and I think it's this one. It is. Okay. So we're going to take this one and this one. I got to add to this, and I got to add to this. So I can put these two together and add one. Because that's another thing. Yep, it is. This board is going to go up in there, so I have to make sure that there's enough wire on it to bring it down, but yet all the way around. Because if we just bring it down, somebody puts their hand in here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I just drop the wire from the box, which is going to be up here, down to here, we got to worry about somebody doing this. And because the fuse box is right in here, we don't want anybody knocking that off. So the wire is going to have to come down, across, and then out and up. You know, so it's going to be better off just running one wire than to run two. And we shouldn't have too much of an issue with it. So let me get another butt connector and a piece of wire. It's going to be long enough.